He back. It's wartime. Pain on my face, it's time to gear up. I hear they talking fly about my king, it's time to leer up. They done woke up a lion, ain't no stopping when I'm stepping. It's too late now, it's rapping in my jeans, no need for guessing. You flexing, while we repping that Elohim to the fullest. Loaded clip, man, we shoot from the hip, I dare you to pull it. These bullets is encrypted with scripture, call it the truth. That'll kill a lie in a second, but it's meant to say to you. You see the murder they committing in the booth. These musical crime lords with no verifiable proof, they sterilizing the youth. You throw your life away, give all of your time away if they verify you with blue checks.
All right, welcome to another episode of Men Can We Talk. I am your host, Anthony Ray.
And I'm your host, Azriel Maccabee.
And this is episode 21.
Ooh-wee.
And man, listen, y'all know what we need y'all to do first. First thing first, go to YouTube.
Hit that like.
Subscribe.
That subscribe.
Easy. Men Can We Talk podcast. Go to YouTube. Subscribe. That's the greatest way to help us out.
It don't cost you nothing unless you a hater, baby.
Straight up. Straight up.
That's right.
Straight up. Y'all can also.
I guess we'll see what it coins is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. But shout out to my man Mike P. the Barber. He is one of our sponsors. Y'all go check him out at Winter Circle Cuts, East Gainesville, right off of East University. So y'all please go check out my man if you need a good cut, if you need some of those good products that he has for the mustache, for the beard, you know, go and check him out, man. He is, I would say he is the premier barber of Gainesville. I'm just gonna say that, man. Okay, that's my dog.
Mike
Yeah, man. So y'all go check out my man Mike P. the Barber at Winter Circle Cut and go to his website made by me. MikePeterbarber.com, and y'all can book him there. Y'all can see all his fresh cuts on there, and y'all just go check out my man.
Shout out to Gainesville Podcast Studios.
For sure.
Y'all boys looking for the good podcast hookup, good filming, good engineering, mixing. This is the location, Gainesville Podcast Studios.
The heart of Gainesville, baby. 6th Street, Northwest 6th Street, man. Y'all come and holler at my man over here, and he gonna get you right. Even if you ain't got the idea right yet, he can help you with all that. So y'all come over here, he'll make sure he fulfill all your podcast needs. But man, today I'm ready to get into this, man. We are sitting with some of the real big homies. It's funny because I ran into my man E. What was that? Maybe about 2 months ago?
Yeah, it was about that.
About 2 months ago, man. We were both hungry that day, and we pulled up on my cousin at King's Barbecue.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout out
to King's Barbecue.
King, man.
Oh man. Listen.
I don't know if he'll sponsor me. I'm gonna sponsor him right now, man. Shout out to D King, man.
Yeah,
man. And we might have to get you as a sponsor as good as the wings was that
you
day.
know, already, yeah.
For real. But we pulled up over there, man, and we just ran into each other, and we just went to chopping it up, and he let me know that they were starting a podcast. I was like, man, what? I'm like, yeah, bro, listen, we got to talk for sure. We got to talk, man. And you know, so once they released their first episode, man, he sent it to me. We chopped it up about that. I'm like, man, listen, I need you on, bro. We got to do something, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a long time coming, and you know, these are two guys who are well respected in the city. When their names come up, I ain't never heard nothing bad come up about either one of these guys, man. So it was only right, I would say, for them to come on and we sit here and we chop it up, man. Right. So I want y'all to introduce yourself to the people, man.
Oh man, you go
Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's your boy Ziggy. Some of y'all know me as Ziggy Moolah. Some people know me as Bank No Ziggy. Some people know me Lil Andy, man. Hey, it's him, man.
All that.
I'm a member of the Linx, man. We brother based, we community based. We trying to spread the positive. We try to like I always like to say, we try to bring the other side of the message. You got enough people giving out bad news. You know what I'm saying? We gonna touch the touching stuff. Like I always like to say, we gonna touch the touching stuff, but we gonna try to put a spin on it, cause it ain't always got to be that dark,
straight up
nasty grunge. We done did that. We live that every day. But yeah, this your boy Banknote Ziggy, man. One part of the Linx, man.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, it's Eric, Ewayy, Rutledge, whatever you want to rut, however you want to go by it. Y'all know me by plenty of, names, I guess. But, yeah, man, we just, like you say, just the other half of the Linx, man. We we like to push this idea of love and light. You know what I'm saying? That's the movement we on. The same, and I told you when we ran into each other. I'm pretty sure I told you this, but you was part of the reason. Like seeing your content is a lot of the motivation I got to kind of go in the direction that I was going, and like push the message I was doing. So shout out to you for that, y'all for that, because
big salute.
it's one of them things where you to me you look good doing it. It was cool, you know what I mean? Whereas a lot of people would think, there are other things that are cool, but being a stand-up man in your community and pushing the message that you pushing, shout out to that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what being a man is about. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective. So, because it's easy to do all this other stuff. You know what I mean? It's easy to kind of get caught in the worldly things and lose track of what really matters. And I think you do a good job of capturing that. So shout out to y'all for that.
Yeah,
man.
definitely that. Sure. I was definitely when I first seen Dad, Can We Talk? I was just, first of all, because when I initially started, I was in a different situation. I didn't see, and this is why it was a big salute when I saw you at the store that day. You're like, hey man, I chopped it over E, man, we're gonna go and get it rolling. I'm like, that's what's up, because when I started, I didn't see a lot of, I guess, different podcast groups trying to collaborate with each other and try to so like this in itself is big for me, because within a year I've seen change. I've seen people. We always see a lot of people saying ain't no collaboration. It's people collaborating out there. They might not be speaking on it per se, you feel me? But like this is evidence in itself. In a year's time, I've seen a change. So like he was saluting y'all. Big salute to y'all, because we do take the time to check out other people's stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
I don't know what people think going to a podcast or how people take serious their craft or whatever, but you don't always get a lot of time to be able to, when you really like trying to get the mechanics of it all going, you don't really get an opportunity to really be checking out stuff like that, other shows or whatever.
Right.
I made sure though, I took the time, to check this out, and I knew the difference off top because I seen the switch. Cause I was like, man, hold on, man. You talking about, I thought it was men. I thought it was Dad, Can We Talk? I see men. And when I did see the interview with Chef Drew, and the way you broke it down, you explained the situation with the Can We Talk network. So I was like, big salute, because I'm always on that umbrella stuff. Like we get this umbrella and everything fall up under it, it's gonna catch. You know what I'm saying? So the Dad, Can We Talk? The men, Can We Talk? Like you were saying about the women, Can We Talk? Mom, Can We Talk? Or whatever. Like that. It go down to kids, Can We Talk? You know what I'm saying? Like
real talk though.
So like, bro, like big salute, bro, because y'all definitely motivate, you know what I'm saying? So if y'all did not know that, I'm definitely checking out from the sideline. I know bro checking it out from the sideline. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing as well, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
That's love, bro.
Appreciate you.
That's love. Man, I want to go here with y'all, man. Talk about how y'all first, like, just the genesis of y'all two. Like, where did that friendship begin?
Man, okay, so me and Zig probably met, we probably, 12, 13 years old in the sports world, playing AAU basketball. Different sides of town, whatnot, but sports was kind of what brought a lot of us together. A lot of the people that I still hang with today, it's kind of like, it was AAU basketball pretty much.
Right.
That, it kind of just grew from there through high school and so on and so forth. But I think what brought us to this point and what made me think about, him and this space of, with the podcast and the Linx was, I noticed he was involved in another podcast before this also, and I just kind of saw the passion that he was giving it, you know what I'm saying, everything he was putting into it, and I realized that was something that I was kind of missing, because my time was all over the place, you know what I mean? I didn't really have, I'm traveling for work, so I'm trying to push something out that's a pretty much a dream, but or something that I feel like the world needs, but pieces not falling into place. Mm-hmm. So I forget what exactly happened, man, but
we ended up having. Well, the backstory to lead into that from just us growing up together. I just recently came home from a vacation. I just did I did very, very close to 11 years. Probably 2 years before, 2.5 years before I came home. I was on a jailbroken tablet and I was watching Big Facts Network, I think it was at the time. Big Facts, that's Big Facts. And I got this thing like I got a big I got this thing like Big Bang Black. I look at him as a mentor. I've been watching him for a while now. You know what I'm saying? But I like, dang, that's cool, whatever. But then I was on the phone with my partner and my little bro, and it was a conversation that came up. Not the name drop, but it was about like this one situation was gonna be like about JT Money, being able to reach out to people dealing with incarceration and stuff. With shout out to my little bro J Long, shout out to the big homie JT Money.
Shout out to J Long.
They was trying to push that to be able to bring awareness. Then shout out to my homie Walla G. He had another situation where he was trying to bring awareness, but he ended up leaning into the ESAL situation with the student athlete thing. Mm-hmm. But that's how I even started coming up with the idea. So me and one of my brothers, we went to chopping it up. We was like, so boom, when I come home, it was a situation. Unfortunately, we had to go different ways. But during this time, when we was all together, we end up collaborating because bro had his own situation, the Ewayy show, whatever, where he on the road, chopping it up, whatever. And we just did this thing where we mashed up together. And it was a fun time, man. We was talking about some stuff, and just our schedules end up aligning. And we was able to just continue to grow and do what we was doing. And honestly, that's just where we at now. Like, and it's funny because I feel like we the oldest rookies in the game. Like, I feel like some real veteran rookies, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when you say the OG thing, like, it's come from a respect because obviously I watch you, he watch you, we seen you grow up because, Kid Ray, brother, that's family. You know what I'm saying? That's bro. Talk. And shout out to Kid Ray and his movement and everything he got going on. But like, bro, we that's it. Just I don't like to be cliche at all. It just aligned that way, bro. Mm-hmm. Everything that was on the outside and everything that was in whatever ain't mesh in the middle and come and merge in, it just didn't, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because where we at now, bro, like, it's a lot of conversation with us when we talking because mainly because who he is and who I am. Like, yeah, we played sports growing up, but like a lot of people know him from the sports side. A lot of people know me from the entertainment side. So we do have those relationships with people. But when we try to get him on the show, like when we get him on the show, like even with C. Rich with our first episode, yeah, he's a 2-time record holder, national champion, went to the NBA, all that stuff. But our conversation was about the community. Mm-hmm. We don't mind being, I can't speak for my brother, but I know he know what the whole objective for me is. I don't mind being a hook. You might not want to hear from me. You might want to hear from one of my partners. Mm-hmm. That got that namesake, that face, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't mind that because I know how it is when your old boy or your old girl try to holler at you. You don't want to hear that from them. Right. But cool, what'd you say?
Listen, man, that's how you gotta do
okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna do what said though. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And that might be, and that's my alley-oop to my contribution to what me and my brother do.
Facts.
And I let him handle the rest on that end.
Facts.
And it just mesh good. It ain't even like we do it with effort. Like we just throw each other alleys all day. It ain't even no pressure.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
I think it's important to note too that, just to compound on what he was saying was, I'm glad you told him your backdrop and your story because, so for me, to be able to spin that and make it a positive thing for him and give him an opportunity to, live out a passion of his also, but kind of help him with the direction, and help him with his passion and, prison reform and all these different avenues that he want to go down. Because, like I said, if we going to attack these issues in our community, we're going to have to do them full circle. So we got to start with the fact that, like I say, 33% of, black men convicted felons. So when we talk about making any, significant change culturally, and if we using a vote and the power of things like that to impact and affect our community with our voice, almost half of us can't even do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for me, that opportunity, that opportunity was something, positive to give him, an opportunity for him, and that way, they don't have to resort to, the
extracurricular
activities. The methods that they present to you, because that's what the trap is, you know what I'm saying? And when we understand that, that's why we was talking, on our show, a couple of weeks ago, and I said that we gotta, as men, particularly black men, we gotta change what winning look like, because you if the sucker's starting to win, then we know we got a problem. If the guys that destroy our neighborhoods and our communities and that aren't fathers to their kids, if that can become cool, we got a problem.
But that's been who though? Let's keep it a buck. That's been who. So let's segue into
let's
jump right into it now. We're gonna jump right into it. So let's keep it a buck. You made a great analogy. That cool unk. That cool unk is a cool unk. But usually when it comes to the community and those things of the nature, that cool unk ain't.
Nah, he ain't.
he ain't. And so we got to make the image of the black man. And I ain't talking about no other race right now. So
man, get to
it. You get mad. You get mad. I don't even care. But we got to make the image of the black man cool. We got to make the dad cool. We got to make the husband cool. Like when we first started this, we had a conversation. Our first episode 3 was the myth of the missing black father, right? We don't know no missing black fathers.
I'm one.
You may be one.
Yeah.
We in our own circle, me and him, plus our own separate circles.
Correct.
Like, I don't know, all my people,
No.
they right there.
I know more active dads than absent.
It's funny.
So it's not to say that they're not there.
Yeah,
it's just,
but
I know
it's
more.
funny that you even hit that one because it's facts, right? And the cool uncle ain't nothing out there. I bring the cool uncle up because he should still be coming in and out the house.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you slide by grandmama's house, he still got the car running in the front yard when he finna slide in here. Maybe when he go in there and granny talk to little Trey.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, tighten up, man. Now, we don't know how far that's going to go, but I'm just saying it's starting up. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the new thing that I see, and I'm talking about, I know some real, and I'm going to give it to you, bro, because I seen, I know some real gangsters, right? But and I'm telling you these real gangsters.
No.
The new thing I hear out their mouth, though, is about them jits. And it made me feel good because it ain't just the bad. Yeah, they talking about the bad, but a lot of the ones I know, they saying fatherhood gangster. And that's what I'm loving to change is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how we can make it be cool because it ain't magnified, you know what I'm saying? The real one's gonna do it without the camera and not the social media, so you're not gonna see, you're not gonna hear about it.
But that's what we gotta start doing though.
So
we gotta start controlling what we see.
But who's to say? But when it comes out,
we gotta control the narrative.
But when it comes out, a lot of times it look like people chasing clout.
It don't matter.
But I'm just saying the image of
It
it
do look like it.
when you are the one that's doing it genuinely.
So
you feel what I'm saying?
So for me, I could care less at this point in time
Right.
in life.
Yeah.
So again, like I told you, nobody can knock this platform and what you're doing and the message you're pushing, and if they got anything negative to say about it, if they look at this and say, oh, his backdrop or his lighting or the mic or whatever, or they don't sound right, they looking for a reason to not fall in and give love what love should be given.
Fact.
So I'm gonna leave you to the side. I'm not even gonna take time with that. So I'm gonna address that, and I just feel like once at that point in time, leave it where it's at.
Yeah.
Like it ain't worth your energy at that point in time. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna gain nothing from that. Keep doing what you do. But you said something. You said you was absent. I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Now, time may have caused that, that rift or that space where you may not have been there. But as far as like now, I actively see you putting that effort in to make up even for time that you can't make up.
That's
you know what I'm
active.
saying?
That's real.
And that's being active. That's present. As a father, you be somewhere that your son can call and talk to. You know what I'm saying? I know you answer your phone. We were just talking about going down there. So don't let what you capable of right now in the position you in make you feel less than as a man and as a father, because you may not be able to do or give, or you know what I mean, but your presence and your conversation and your guidance, your encouragement, that's what a father is for.
I mean,
you know
it just hit me though, because what him and Ray say though is uncommon to me though. You saying presently being like that's like all my homeboys for the most part, like you say, we talking about our culture.
Yeah.
All my homeboy, I'm thinking I might have one cousin. His parents, they were split up, and so he did do like still, but that I don't know nothing but homies with absent fathers.
And so
No.
So now
Our dads were absent, but like
us,
like I grew up with an absent dad.
Correct.
But now the guys in my generation that
In
I
my
know,
circle.
me, my brothers, my cousins, we all trying to be there. And it ain't just being in the same home. It's like, no, whether I'm in the same home with my baby or not, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna make calls. I'm gonna go pick them up from school every now and whatever I can do. And it's sometimes it's like I know guys right now who fighting to be
part
that
of
active dad.
Yeah.
They got many obstacles in front of them, many reasons why they can't do certain things,
Right.
but that's not where they are mentally. In mind and in heart and in spirit, they're like, I literally want to be a part of my child life.
And
Unlike a lot of our dads.
And like my old boy, like it wasn't like he wasn't present per se, cause my old boy, he ended up getting drafted. He played for Florida, he got drafted or whatever. He didn't do long with the NBA, went to the CBA, but then he ended up getting in the WBA, and he ended up playing ball in South America. So when I wasn't traveling with him, he was away, but still, like a lot of my homies looked at my old boy as the father figure when he was in town for like the 3-4 months on the off season or whatever like that. So it was kind of strange for me because I grew up with my old boy and I didn't grow up with my old boy. The pain is different because obviously some of us grew up without our old boy just straight up not being there.
Straight up.
But when it comes to that I did a lot of time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I did a lot of time. I'm not ashamed of my time. I did probably 14 out of the last 17 and a half years. Gone.
And how old are your children?
My son now 18. He'll be
18,
19
okay.
next month.
So you missed a good chunk.
You feel me? Now, did I leave my imprint? Yes. I had a support system. My old girl, my family, they brought him up there. Like my son know me, and by no means, you know what I'm saying? Because the first time I left, he was itty bitty. Came back. The second time I left, he was like 7. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's weird for me because I done been in and out of his life. My old boy was, but it wasn't my old boy's fault because he was providing for me. It was my fault I was absent out my son, like, although I was trying to provide for him as well, I was on some other stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all my partners mostly grew up without their old boy.
Right. And I'm with you on that because I grew up without mine. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. But my circle, me, my bros, we all, every last one of us, only like 2 of us not married, but everybody is married in the house.
Kind of in that structured type life.
Running a regular life.
Yeah.
And so, and even, all right, so my big brother, my cousin, but we raised up his brothers.
Yeah.
He did 15, right? And same situation. His kids know him. They active. I had to play some of that part for him while he was gone, but he a gangster. I ain't gonna sit in front of that nigga a gangster. And his mentality now, fatherhood.
That's what I'm telling you. Like that's like
Real
even
talk.
the conversations like from my partners, like I had one of my partners, I want to say, ask him about, Bitcoin or stocks or something.
Yeah.
Like they want how's credit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
Trying to be better.
like they looking at it like, all right, I got to get stable for this and that. Like, bro, the advancement there, I just don't know how we could properly shine the light on it, because, man, it's
We just got to do it. So one of the things we got to do is be able to collab like this more, but collab without the cameras. And if a camera do pop on, so be it.
Yeah.
The revolution will not be televised. Oh, that's the truth. And the matter, you doing the work, it's gonna happen. Shout out to my folks, New Era Detroit, Big Duke and Nuke and them. These people walking kids to school,
right.
catching the old ladies at the bus, walking them to the crib. If you a gas station, a liquor store, you like the 8th Ave store, ain't giving our people nothing. They shutting it down. They walking up in there, shutting it down. Ain't no cameras and all that. We getting to the work. And we got to be willing to do that. We got to really be willing to get to the work. Because we get so caught up in chasing the bag. All of us. That's the money is what moves us. People crying about the election. Why ain't nobody vote for Kamala? 'Cause you know why? That orange haired joker talking about money. He talking about money. And
That's what moved the needle.
that's what moved the needle.
Yeah.
Then he talk gas going down, groceries going down, and she talking about bringing Megan Thee Stallion on the stage. That's
So we talked.
we talked about it on our show. Go there
I gotta touch you on that
Bro.
because I think that the money does move the needle, and it is what unfortunately is what drives this world we live in,
Yes.
an American economy, and we live in a capitalist society. So, but ironically, our community
ain't getting no money.
Well, no, we actually we getting a lot of money, and we spend a lot of money.
spend it, yeah.
We spend, but we don't spend it with each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? We outsource all our money, and don't quote me on the numbers, but the dollar stays in the black community less than any other. It's like minutes,
Yep.
versus other community where it's like up to 18 days.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that tells you where our focus is. So they can go get Megan Thee Stallion to jump on stage and entertain us. They can go get Lil Jon to do it, at these conventions and stuff, because they know that's where our focus at. You know what I mean? We spend more money on like the luxuries, entertainment, you know what I mean, fashion, all those things like that. That's where our money go to.
Facts.
Where the majority of us don't even have, savings accounts or, bet you had 401ks, investment accounts, you know what I'm saying? You don't have life insurance for our kids, you know what I'm saying? So our kids are left to bury their parents, you know what I'm saying?
$2.2 billion
you know what I mean?
in cosmetic beauty.
And these are the small things. So yeah, when we start to put our money where it's supposed to go, we have a lot easier time. But man, I could go because
We go get into
it ain't all our fault. I'm gonna give us.
Facts.
I'm gonna be graceful with us when I say
Facts.
that, because a lot of this is strategic. There's been efforts to literally destroy the black man
Oh, we know
continuously.
that.
So, but our problem is we fall into that trap.
Right, and that's the biggest thing. Our biggest problem is mentality. We don't want to change mentality. My wife said something to me just this morning. When I was younger, she was talking about my ambition, how big my ambition was. But I wanted to gain everything without losing nothing. And it was a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough road to walk right there, man.
It's a recipe for disaster. You can't, if you're not willing to sacrifice something to gain something, you'll never gain. You stalemating every time. And that's where we are as a people. We want We have ambitions, we have thoughts, we have ideas, but we don't want to give up nothing. We can't give up eating these damn burgers just for a week to save, just to save. Again, man, we always gonna have the poor with us. That's just facts.
Straight up.
But we won't do nothing to try to ease that. We won't take the time to save $50. Look, we just was talking about, we all know gangsters. We can't even get these niggas to buy no life insurance. And with all the money they make,
But I mean,
They ain't educated.
but even though
Some
they
ain't.
ain't,
Some I ain't gonna say
some
all.
ain't,
Some ain't.
those who are ain't trying to step in to educate. It don't take till you go to jail. When they go in that prison cell, now you got time to see everything you want to see.
You strip.
so that's why when I, like you said, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go
but
ahead, I'm with you.
I when you say people, when you post things, I try to keep it, everything I put on my social media, something that facilitates some sort of growth. Are we gonna laugh or we gonna grow? You know what I mean? So yeah, I might post myself and my kids or me in a father role often. I don't care what you think about that.
Yeah.
That's the image, so you're gonna see that from me every time. That's the coolest thing I can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what else you want from me. From my perspective, I don't do nothing else cooler.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I might post, some of my trades if I'm doing something in the stock market and that's on my mind, because that's what's cool to me. I can show you guys that, okay, this guy in the streets, he don't have to do this. He don't have to get money like this. I can tell you how to take that and make this same money over here. You could probably do better because your attention to detail is already there. If you can do that, you can definitely do this. You know what I mean? I'm telling you,
the conversion.
right? You know what I'm saying? So like if you're efficient, you attention to detail, you like money, you like to spend time. You're a hustler. You can get it right there. You don't have to worry about them people over your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So
Real talk.
when we can start to put people and educate people on to that too, because you don't have to do that. You don't have to destroy your community to get a check. You don't. And some of us are walking, and you can see that. That's why I say with people like D-Rod, we gotta promote this. We got So I said I'm gonna start flexing on you, is what y'all call it. You know what I mean? So because I don't live like that, but these kids gotta know that you can make a living and you can live good and be comfortable without risking your life or without destroying your community or destroying your own image. You know what I'm saying? Or compromising yourself. You know?
And the things y'all saying, that's where the links come in at, bro. Like even with us sitting like physically in between y'all, we link together. You know what I'm saying? From this point forward, and that's how we. Every time we do an interview or we meet up with somebody, we link in for real, and we gonna me. I'm old school. I'll pull up on you.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
man.
gonna call. I ain't doing no texting. You know what I'm saying? Don't text me. I ain't doing no texting. You can text. I might get it later on that night. You're gonna be mad, but I'm pulling up. I'm calling. What's up with the kid? What's up with the wife? What's up? You know what I'm saying? The girlfriend. What's up with the auntie? Grandma went. Okay. Like it take that to get to this, and then that's gonna take to the next stage, but. What y'all doing right now with us and what we trying to do together, man, that's what's gonna start it, bro. Cause like, I don't like to be cliche, but you listen to these interviews, you listen to these people talking, they go to talking about financial literacy, they talk about politics, they talk about, all this stuff. But in reality, me sitting back in that cell, plenty of days to listen to it in my head, like, what you gonna do to make it better? You know what I'm saying? Like, so thus far, I've done pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So no bumps, no incidents, barring anything in the future. But it's gonna take these links because sometimes I have to lean on this dude. I text him the other day just out the blue, bro. I love you, bro. Appreciate you, boy. Appreciate it, bro. Man, I ain't talking about nothing.
Just hit me out, man.
Those are avenues that I ain't really. We done been friends since we was 11, 12 years old. But to have the avenue to talk, like, and know somebody hearing you out, because, like, I hear the phrase, don't listen to respond, listen to, to hear or whatever, Like, sometimes it's good to have that just to be able to just, I know one thing about it. He gonna give me sound advice if I ask for it. But I think a lot of our struggle come from not having the opportunity to talk.
Real talk.
Like the whole entire definition in the word vulnerability, like it's not something that is normal to us. You know, you can't go in 70% of the African American, black, or whatever you want to call us, native. You can't go into these homes and 70% of them gonna say they got, and I don't know what the number is for any other race, but they not finna tell you they got therapists and counselors and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy.
We look at it. We look at it.
You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to somebody the other day, like, just the difference in generation, like growing up, like whatever it was, like whatever's in the house, but I stay in the house, you don't talk about that. Shit. Now, you know, Billy Sue just got on this thing, hey, they hit me. You know, things just publicized different, the communication different. Like, so I think like it all started with us, like right here, that avenue, not just to the kids, but to the other brothers our way. Not just the brothers, but the sisters too, whatever. But definitely the brothers, cause bro, I ain't, for a long time, I've never felt like I've been heard. You know what I'm saying? But I done talked to people, and they gave me sound quality, excellent advice. But as far as like being able to get something out the way, when I leave this conversation, I feel light, or I feel advanced, or I feel like I got something from it. Nah, man, because when I'm talking to you, I'm probably giving you might get 2/3. I ain't giving you the whole thing, man. I wasn't raised to give you the whole thing, man. I can't tell you for real that I'm over here struggling and hurting for real, boy. Every time I crank up my car and it, boom, you know, like, I'm waiting on it just to stop so I can just have a reason to be. Nah, I ain't. Nah, bro. Like,
and it's funny you say that because sometimes we do just want to be heard, you know. And a lot of times when we're talking, we're saying things because we just need to get it off our chest. A lot of times we already know what we need to do. And
especially men.
Especially men. I had that talk with my wife the other day. We were talking about something that I posted on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I was just kind of like, some days I feel like I'm wasting my prime years.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
And I said that, and she asked me about that, and she was like, but what will make you think, you know, and then there were a lot of people that commented on the post, and they were saying, you know, man, bro, you doing such a good job and all this stuff. And it's like, I know all that, though, bro. I know that. I know. Then my wife was like, I just don't get that train of thought and all this. And I'm trying to explain to her that I know I'm doing plenty of great things.
But not everything I can be doing.
I feel like there's just more that I could do. Some days I feel like I'm not working up to my potential.
Right.
And sometimes I just need to say that out of my mouth and get it off of me so that I can move forward and do the things I know I need to do.
Exactly.
It's not that I'm just complaining
exactly.
or I feel like I ain't doing this or I'm never satisfied. It's just sometimes I need to say that. And that's what I feel
like is the key grip that make a black man lock up, like, and put that wall up. Because at that point, I'm just trying to be solution based because it's so many problems. It's so many issues. So I ain't like, I don't want to go to, bro. Because in the back of my mind, like, man, that man on. First time he blank off yawn or whatever, the conversation for the start close. You know what I'm saying? That man don't really want to. You know what I'm saying?
About, yeah.
But bro, I'm glad I'm not the only person that feel that way now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
And that's why I told my wife. I said, you know, because she was like, but what's the purpose of sharing stuff like that on social media?
I can tell you what her thought was.
Yeah,
and
she thought it was concerning her.
Yeah, and we talked about that, and she was like, you know, there's people who come to me and they question me, and I'm like, but that's not the purpose. But I'm like, I get it.
It ain't even that though.
And it ain't, but it's literally not that.
Yeah.
You know, if someone would actually come and ask me about that, we can have a whole conversation about it. And I told her, I said, you know, sometimes I post things that I'm feeling like that. because I know there's another brother out there that's feeling the same way who might feel like, damn, I can't say that. But I can't even put myself out there. But when they see somebody like me who they feel like doing all these great things say something like this, I get so many side conversations, messengers, on that messenger app, that I would never even talk about. Yeah. And people just come to me and be like, damn, bro, listen, boy, when you said X, Y, and Z, boy, I really felt that, bro. Like, I ain't know that, it was somebody else that felt like that. And then me and him can have a whole conversation, and that keeps the conversation going for another brother, because I've showed a little bit of vulnerability.
Them avenues got to be an unforced avenue.
Straight up.
It got to be just simple as me calling Ewayy, bro. Yeah, boy, you up, boy? Ray, boy, you up? What? Bro, you up? Like, it got to be as simple as that, bro. Can't nobody feel like it's going to be some pressure when they come to talk. Because they're going to run them away before they get it. Like, I'm watching it. But like right before I came home, I was an orderly in the education department. So I'm dealing with a lot of like real talk. They either old as hell, pardon my mouth, but they either old as hell, or they 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And the biggest thing I seen was I pull something out to the side because it might be like an officer down the hall, but I know they're gonna pull him over because he's too hyped. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah, relax,
bro. What's up, brother? You all right? Yeah, bro. I'm straight there, bro. But you all right, bro? You finna go out here bouncing around, man. These people gonna search you and mess with you and all that. Just come, what's up? But bro, I'm just trying to get back to the dorm, man. I'll get on the phone, man. My mama's sick. Now I done, you know what I'm saying? Now I done queued up an avenue for him. Now he let me know, like, really, he just acting out. He don't really know what's going on. His mama's sick. He's scared. He alone, whatever. Them avenues got to just be effortless, bro. Like, anybody can just see Sean and come pull up to him. See y'all anywhere and be able to do it. Anywhere, see me and Rut can do it. Anywhere. And that's like I say once again, everything that he done gave me, that's what I'm trying to put out with it, man. Here go my alley-oop, man. Here go my avenue. Cause bro, I'm telling you, for a long time I ain't feel heard, bro. When you feel like that, conversations don't matter.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that too, because I do that a lot. I post things, like I said, when I say facilitate some growth or something like that. I may have gone through something in the past. I may not even be going through it right now, but I recognize that this is a vulnerability I had. This is one of those things where I struggle with. Before I went to therapy, before I got all that, did all the working on myself, this is one of the things that I struggle with. I'm going to share that, and it's opened up avenues for conversations with many people, you know what I mean? And people like, hey, bro, I'm glad you said that, or I'm glad you shared this. You gave me confidence. You made me feel like, oh, dang, I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? And that is what we need, because oftentimes, like you said, you feel like you're giving away or wasting your prime years. I started twitching over here real bad. I don't know if you saw me, but I resonate with it so much because I felt the same for a long time. And it was I wasn't living in my purpose. I had tapped into like the things that I was really here to do, I think. You know what I mean? And I knew I had so much to give, but it's all bottled. Like, where do I give it? You know what I mean? So, and I struggle with that. It was like an identity crisis, I think, for a long time. You know what I mean? I think a lot of black men deal with identity crisis. Because a lot of us have no true sense of culture, history, where we come from, how we got here. You know what I mean? Whereas, and I say that, like, for example, you go ask, a Caucasian guy, where his heritage is, where he come from, he'll say my family's from Ireland and he came, such and such. But you ask a black man that, he can, he can't tell you, or it resorts back to slavery, and that's intentional to minimize us as individuals. You know what I'm saying? To minimize us on a grand scale.
Even simpler, they might not tell you what's out of town.
No, but if you don't, this is you know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? So I think it's that is one of them things that we have to kind of change it requires a whole culture shift though. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's one of the reasons, like, I don't give out my government name, my name that my mother gave me. I use, as I introduce myself, as Azrael Maccabee. That's a Hebrew name that comes from
Shalom.
Yeah, shalom. That comes from the Creator. That's where my DNA lies. So that's what I rock with. That's what my culture goes back to the creator.
Right.
And so that sparks conversation. What does Azrael mean? Or it means God's help. Maccabee means hammer. I just call myself Stormbreaker sometimes because that's what I am. I come break up storms.
We need it.
He used me to bring that real hammer to people.
We need it.
And so
Thor.
no, but
Just like that though.
yeah, you have to.
And you can. Man, you got me going over here.
Yeah, for real, man. Like
Love that.
these are the conversations that got to be had. Like you say, we got to show people where we from. That's why I use that name, just so a person can. It sparks up that conversation. I go out of town or I go in public. Most of the times I got on my fringes, I got on my big medallions, not just to represent who I am, but to spark that conversation for somebody to say.
Man, Liz, I tell you, I'm gonna tell you, just like I tell everybody else, man, we for the hook, man. Whatever it's gonna take, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily whatever it takes, but you know, if it take the more physical objects or whatever it may take, the rap sheets or whatever it's gonna take for us to just be able to sit down and have this conversation, bro. Listen, hey, if bro got you with the jewels or he got you with the car, he got you with this. If I can get you back over here and talk to you for 2 minutes,
We got you.
I think I can plant a seed.
That's
Straight
it.
up.
Cause I could tell you, like for me, like my conversation, I love with like the youth, just because I'm an artist to the heart. I love all music, but I love hip hop, love rap. But I know it's a lot of stories that don't get talked about. They don't tell you about that bus ride, chained up from the hip. Got told all this stuff. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about when the dude sitting next to you popping a honey bun at 11 o'clock at night and you ain't got no money on your books and you over here starving. You smell nothing but sweet. You smell every ingredient that be on glass of routes and whatever, the red 28s, and you can smell all of it and break the whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they don't tell you about that. They tell you about the shine and all that. Man, tell me about some of this other stuff. Or at least inspire me about the other stuff.
That's crazy because that's what I told Big Dog on the last episode.
Jarrell.
I talked to Coach Jay. I said, listen, dog, tell them the truth about being in that joint. See, I'm an officer. I work in the prison. So I hate when I see guys get up and get them war stories. No, bro, tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Like, tell them what really be happening. Don't sugarcoat it. It's gonna change their mind because most dudes come in there thinking they can do time.
Some of the best guys I done seen, man, I'm talking about real ballers, man. Even if they do come in balling and you can spend $100 a week, if you eating how you spend it, guess what you gonna have to do? Call somebody.
Yeah.
You gonna still have to resort to help. You know what I'm saying? So that was my conversation with, that's what my avenues I want to open, bro. Anything y'all do, if y'all have that, I'm definitely with that. Anybody that's coming out from being incarcerated, I'm with that. Because it ain't like we associated with a couple other programs, you know what I'm saying, that's dealing with community help or whatever. And like one of the guys, Kobe, he was like, and I said this in another episode, man, he was like, it ain't his job to tell the next man, don't do that. Go to the hood and tell him, don't do that. It's my job to be a avenue, a vessel every day. Even if I come out to 30 minutes, every day I come out to the hood. Eventually I might get somebody to come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm reaching out to them or whatever. But it ain't my job to tell them that because 9 times out of 10, I ain't been around, I ain't from around here. Even if I am from around here, I don't want to be no FN at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be no sucker. You know what I'm saying? Because this what comes out. This the truth. We just say it's the truth, right?
Straight up.
Someone, I ain't saying everybody, but you know what come out, man, bro. I ain't trying to hear that. Because they trying to live because we don't know what their background story is in their household. But if I come out here every day, I might shoot the ball. Ball might go out to the side. Hey, bro, let me get that. It might start it. But that like, definitely got to be, I'm talking about the avenue, got to be here, bro. That you couldn't have had a better, the Tevin Campbell sample to the title. You couldn't have had nothing better, bro. Like nothing, like big salute on the thing, bro, because the ones that can talk don't, and the ones that don't want to talk don't know how to. You feel me?
So, man, that's something that I learned years ago. When I was a part of my past church, we used to do a lot of outreach, going out into the community. And then, you know, after we did that for a few years, I started to, well, I mean, I had one of the young men tell me that, just out his mouth, we were on 8th Ave for like a whole year, just kind of at the Blue Center 2-3 times a week. You know, we would feed them every now and then. You know, we just doing all this stuff. And after that year, you know, some stuff happened over there, and we ended up having to leave the center. And around that time, I was just having my wife and I, we had 2 kids back to back. So I just got really busy just with life, trying to make sure I'm providing for my family, so I couldn't really go out there like that no more. And then I pulled up out on the slab one day, seeing some of the boys, you know, and around the time when we were dealing with them, they were 14, 15 years old, you know. So a couple years after that, you know, now they 17, 18, you know, they on the corner now, like for real, for real. And I pulled up to the slab and they were all out there. I'm dapping them up, man, what's up, man? And I went to talk with one of them, and he say, man, bro, y'all left us. And I say, what you mean? What you saying? He was like, man, bro, we was doing good when y'all was out here, bro.
So when
And then he was like, y'all left us, bro. It's like y'all just left us hanging. And I ain't even have no rebuttal for him. I was like, damn.
That is,
Boy, that's
but that's
real.
the only one though, because
real.
you, for one, you probably ain't know you had a profound effect like that.
Yeah.
For 2, he don't know the backstory about why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and we talked about. I told him, you know, a couple things, and I was like, nah, bro, you right though, bro. Like we should have kept going, because we did have their ear at times while we were out there. I was thinking, these young niggas ain't trying to hit me, man. You know, and one of them, when it did 15, the one who I really, really, really was reaching out to, he ended up catching 15 during that same time.
Just recently?
Period. No, during that same time period when we were out there. And I gave him like a year. After that year, I ended up writing him, just like, what's going on, little bro? You know, just kind of refreshing his mind on who I am. Man, that first letter that Joker sent me back, he was like, man, big bro, I just want to say I'm sorry. And he went to apologize and just all this stuff, man. Everything you were saying was right. I'm like, bro, I ain't write you for that. That's why I wrote you to just tell you.
But let me tell you this though. Receive that, bro. Receive that. That same text message I told you I sent him, that comes from the same spot. Receive that, bro. Him being able to say that to you is freeing him up. Receive that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Because, like for me, I have no qualms with it. And he know I'm pretty blunt about me. Ain't no doubt in my mind I got saved. I got saved either from life sentence, getting killed, or doing the opposite. Like, ain't no doubt in my mind the path. Come on, man. At that point, I feel like I ain't got nothing to lose anyway. But, bro, when we get in there, bro, I had that same letter to another big homie. Like, bro, my bad, bro. Wrote it to my old boy. Man, you told me all, man, my bad, bro. Receive that, though, Shaw. Receive that for real, bro, because whether you write him back or not, you just made his day when he received it. Yeah. Cause ain't nothing like mail call. Well, they don't do mail call no more, but ain't nothing like getting on that tablet or whatever, and you got one inbox and ain't nothing like it, bro. Yeah. No matter how short or long, cause get what? Well, I'm gonna go back to this thing and reread it anyway.
Yeah, we talked back and forth for a minute,
and that's beautiful, bro.
One.
I want to tell y'all I appreciate you.
For sure.
I want to tell y'all I appreciate you
for sure.
And if you can, don't stop. Like I don't know if it move on to the next person or what, but if you can sustain that, ride it out.
Yeah, I gotta write my boy again. It's been
he'll
a
understand.
year and a half, I say.
He'll understand.
Since the last time I wrote him. The last time we did talk, you know, he was just telling me, man. He sounded a little more excited. He was just saying, man, bro, like I feel like I'm getting my mind right. When I get out, I ain't trying to be on this, I ain't trying to be on that. I'm like, bro, that's what's up, bro.
It's a day-to-day struggle, but at least he in that like mind frame.
Straight up.
Cause I like my first bid, one of my main mans, we in the release program. He told like the transition class to go back home, like it's like 6 months before you get out or whatever.
Compass One.
Thank you. So shout out. So but when the instructor was sitting there talking to us and they asked us what our plans was and we had class participation, I said my one too. I'm finna get out. I'm be in this music, sports tip, whatever. Which I've always been in that lane. Bro told him straight up, I'm finna go back and sell rocks.
Dang.
So the man thinking he playing, he like, man, stop playing. The man like, bro, I ain't playing, bro.
That's all I
I'm
know.
finna go back and sell rocks.
Sad.
So, bro, if you got him just at least communicating with you like that, and I don't down my dog for like that because that's his way of life. Have I said things to him? Yeah. But that's just because I'm concerned. Like, bro, you got a second chance, bro. You might can ease up a little bit. Nah, that's what he want to do, bro.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of us, and that's why I said, I mentioned the percentage and stuff like that, because a lot of us who are in these positions, and we often don't know that there's a way out, that there's other options, simply because we don't communicate. That's why I say I support. You can't really knock what you're doing because you open up the avenue. Like, he felt comfortable enough, whatever the energy was you gave him at that point in time, he felt comfortable enough to reach out to you and write you and apologize to you. So you facilitated something in him that made him be vulnerable with you in that space. And that's literally what my objective is, because you never know what somebody needs until you give it to them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I can be whatever vessel, if me, wearing my emotions on my sleeve, or if me, dropping a tear in front of you, if that makes you more comfortable as a man, particularly a black man, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm good with that, because I'm okay with that. You feel me? I don't care what you gonna say about me or how you feel about me. I did the work on me. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't gonna affect me. So I want you to feel like I do. You know what I'm saying? I want you to feel like I do when I wake up. And by no means do I got it all together. But you can't, project on me. You're not gonna give me the image of you're not gonna tell me what you think I am.
Right.
I'm gonna show you who I am and what I am. You feel what I'm saying? So none of these, what do you call them? Stigmatisms or any of that. You can't put that on me. Right. You can't box me in like that, and I won't allow you to. You
So I got a question. I got a question for, if y'all don't mind. You being an officer. How long?
10 years.
10 years. Okay, cool. A lot happened in 10 years back then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do you see? Because I know what I saw. What do you see from your standpoint as the man on this podcast, as well as the officer? What do you see from 10 years ago to right now when it comes to them kids and
All right, so my background got to help me with this. So y'all don't know, I'm from Detroit.
I mean, I would think you either a hell of a fan or you really from there, because ain't nobody wearing no Detroit on accident right now. They are letting it show right now.
Right. So I'm from one of the worst hoods in Detroit. I'm from Mac and Gray, East Side. And I was born and raised during the height of the crack era. So our block was called $1 Million Block. Like, literally, from a certain time period, $1 million a day was going through that block, like, literally. So I was raised by those guys. So I look at things in a different lens. So when I see these youngins today, 10 years ago, when I first came into prison, when I first started working there, you still had convicts.
There you go.
You still had guys who knew how to move a certain way. Now all you got is junkies. I'm just keeping it a buck with you.
It is what it is.
It's no...
I don't know how many times y'all done spoke about this on here, and I don't mean to take it off topic.
No, that's good.
I just want to know because of the avenue of communication, because I just want to know.
No, it's real. All you have is junkies. And even people who supposed to move a certain way, your gang members, your gang leaders, they junkies. Guys who supposed to have the pool, supposed to be that guy, they junkies. Everybody getting high. It's the same thing on the street. Everybody getting high. And so when you lived in the era I lived in, and you seen what people did to get high, then
yeah,
I see it now. Niggas is willing to do anything to get high. And so these youngins are out here not realizing what they're risking trying to get high. It ain't even about getting money no more. Like, these youngins ain't even really about, it was a time period from like 06 to 2012 where it's really about getting money. Like, you know, we switched from crack and heroin to start moving into the pills. And that era, that pill era, where it was about getting money, oh yeah, niggas was doing Sudoku numbers. Like, it was real. But now, they ain't even about getting the money.
So how you communicate with them?
You can't.
Not at all.
I'm gonna tell you.
In there and out here?
You can't, and I'm gonna tell you why. They can't relate. So
You saying they that far gone is what you saying?
I don't like giving up on people. But when people reach a certain stage, it's just like with the Most High. When you get to a certain way, he give you over to your heart's desires. He can't relate to you. He can't do nothing with you. And we be in the same boat. We be trying to relate to people that we can't relate to. They don't even see you. Like, they looking straight through you.
Yeah.
That's
major right there. Like, if you really think that's major right there, though.
But I'm big on that because in a roundabout way, I kind of move with that same type of because I don't have time to put, you know, that energy into things that's, you know, not gonna be fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, if I'm gonna give my energy, it's gonna go towards something that I know is received and you know, I know it's receptive. So that's why I just like to put it out there and let's have this conversation. So I know when you come to me with it, then I know it's it's authentic. You know what I mean? Like, because you're right. Like, it sadly, it's a lot of us that are too far gone.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is the way you relate to them is not by talk. It's by action.
And that's what I was going with, because that's still a form of communication. Like I say, I'm asking because you coming from a very unique standpoint. Like, for me, when we be out in the public or dealing with this or anything, I try to always come from the standpoint that I am the physical form of.
Say it.
Fuck the sympathy. I am the human walking form of the empathy for all convicts, low lives, and dirty motherfuckers.
All right.
I am. And I say that in the sense of it is some low lives and dirty people that can come up. And not like I wasn't raised wrong or nothing like that. I made my own conscious decision to go wherever I was. But I don't mind being a person that say, man, bro, we're just in the, yeah, I was. And yeah, I was gone too. But one thing that motivated me, bro, is when people see me and they be like, bro, you still doing, yeah. Salute, bro, keep going, don't get in trouble. That's bigger for me than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't receive phone calls if somebody wanted to talk to me. You feel me? I got to call somebody. So just to have these little lanes of communication, that's why I want to know where you stand from it. You coming from your angle. Bro got a whole different angle because he got an understanding of it as well. You know, we see these, I like I say, bro, I'm the walking human form of the empathy of the convicts and all that.
I hear you.
I want somebody to be able to say from your end and from their end, like, all right, it's a way to change this.
So when, just like he said, if one come to me and ask me a question, oh, we gonna talk. You open up that door, oh, I'm gonna give you the whole clip.
Cause you know I experienced it the other way as well, right?
You're right.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that you, but you know, I didn't. Hey, like, man, if you don't get, listen, everything but the name of God, and get out of my face.
Right, and so that's the thing. So I'm not that.
No. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
So in there, yeah, you ask me a question. Oh, I'm gonna give you that conversation. I'm gonna give you that time because it's my duty. I expressed this to some officers just the other week we was in training. I said, we forget about the correctional part of the term. Like, we Department of Corrections. Like, what are we correcting? Like, are we just, we're not correcting, we just caring right now. We just,
if you mind me saying, like, bro, like, honest to God, bro, like, if you don't have people like him who just give a damn, just that much, if it's that much, cause, bro, like, you go in the, like, I done heard the terms, bro, like hard knock life and all that. I mean, hard knock, the school of hard knock or whatever, but it's really real. Like, bro, if you got some people that's piece
ugly,
of
they
shit,
nasty.
they master how to be more of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You got some people that get scared straight to the point where they really, really, really change their lives.
Yep.
You got some that was playing with them numbers and playing with them things out there, and they done ran into some more people that's gonna help them. And it's just a masterful way of, like, bro, you're mastering whatever you is, bro. Like, that's one thing about prison, bro. Like, whatever you are, you're gonna be magnified as whatever that was. Like, for
That's real.
So I asked him that because, bro, like, me leaving just last year, I was there. That's why when he said 10 years, I want to hear, bro, because I saw it. He's telling the truth. And I'm just wondering from a different, is it a way to talk to them people, bro? Because classmates, little kids that grew up under me, like, I've been gone 11 years now. I done came home to classmates and little kids that grew up in my hood, bro, and they look terrible.
Look like zombies.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I did what I did in the streets, bro, but, you know, it hit a little different when it be like, you know what I'm saying?
When
My
it's
own
good, bro.
son dog like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I start getting into prison reform when we go to talking about all that. Because true enough, my initial charge was terrible, bro. I went back on a technical violation with dirty urine, bro, on marijuana. So how many more people that's like that that's just getting thrown away? Everybody don't have the support system I had.
Facts.
They ain't gonna be able to stand above water like that.
Facts.
Some of them ain't even in their right mind to be able to stand that. Some people get took up through there when they come in there because they weak.
Shit.
Like it
We
just,
can't. That's a whole.
you know what I'm saying?
Whole
Just-
other conversation, boy.
Like,
And that, man, let me say this too, because I said earlier, you know, we got to be aware of, you know, it's a strategic effort to
Facts.
keep us incarcerated.
Facts.
It's a big business. It's a
Huge.
It's a multi-trillion-dollar business. If you don't understand numbers, if you got to understand the reality of it, that and you can correct me if I'm wrong when I say this. Every prison in the state of Florida, I can say, is a private industry. Okay, or now DCF or y'all, I mean, FDC is contracted out by these private
So
entities.
It
from my
became definitely
understanding.
more.
And at this point in time, and you can stop me if I say anything wrong. So you are, if those beds aren't full, you guys pay a fine to those private entities for the beds that are empty. Correct?
It's not us per se, but it's the legislators who actually pay that, because they the ones that bring in, they ones that make the numbers. So
When you say legislator, who are you referring
Tallahassee,
to? Okay, and Tallahassee spends what money? Where is that coming from?
taxpayers' money.
All right, so let's just get down.
So I'm gonna give you a huge number.
I'm gonna give you another one behind.
It costs $90,000 a year to house one inmate.
One inmate. Mhm.
That's the going rate, if you would want to say.
God.
$90,000 a year for one inmate.
And where does that come from? Where's that? That comes out of
Taxpayer
what
money.
budget? Okay.
That budget comes from whatever.
Who came up with this number? Time out.
No,
Shoutout,
I'm-
y'all don't mind. Who came up with the number? to begin
I'm
with?
glad we're going there because that's, you know.
Who came up with that number? Because that sounds like somebody going to college. If you asking me,
Yeah.
right? That sounds like
It
a
ain't
tuition, right?
So boom. I'm glad you brought that up. So it would be a better investment if I actually wanted to invest in correction in your future. I can invest in, $50,000 in some course training, some schooling, something to provide some sustainable, industry, something to actually correct you, give you a lifestyle income, whatever.
explain- that ain't
So you
coming
don't have
in there,
that.
Now let me explain this to you.
That ain't gonna be in there.
Correspondence
No, not at all.
courses.
Not at all.
Listen. Some of the prisons, because whoever they warden is, they they a little lenient, some of them. But bro, when it comes to DVDs and calculators coming in, like me, when I had to finally kind of gain my mind that I wasn't going nowhere as a fighter, so I was like, well, I might as well go on. Cause I was messing with the CDL thing, but I was like, man, I want to be in sports agency. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I seen the thing with Adams State. They got a correspondence. These people batted me down at 3-4 different institutions because it's a security threat to have this, or it goes against the fact because y'all are understaffed. It might take a staff member to come get me from my dorm, take me up to the chapel or to the education department and sit with me while I do this training or this course or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we go to talking about these numbers, man. They got some red tags on the side of these beds say emergency bedding that ain't even on the master roster sheet, bro.
Facts.
So bro, we talking about 10, 20, 30 other inmates that ain't even accounted for. So that's why I want to know where this 90,000 number, projection come from, because
it's not a projection. So you was there during the introduction of tablets.
Most definitely.
So you was part of the ones that had to pay for your tablet first, right?
I remember when they was doing that.
Tablets was how much?
150.
159.
159. Yeah.
159. Now, every inmate in DOC it's given to them.
Yeah. They were doing it right when I was leaving. They were starting to recall all the other ones and give everybody their loaner devices.
You get a free tablet. Right now, DOC is in negotiation contracts with JPay and Securus on keeping these tablets. You know what happening now? They cased them so they can't be jailbroken. They put this orange casing around them, right? If you lose your tablet or your tablet is decommissioned, now you have to buy a tablet. It's $159.
So I feel some kind of way right now because DOC has not yet wrote me a check, not JPay, DOC, or nobody for my 2,000-3,000 songs that's on my tablet. They told me I had to holler at these people to get a stick. All
but you still got to pay for all that.
You still got to pay for the entertainment of it.
But what I'm saying is, 90,000 come in.
That's part of the 90,000. So
I'm finna give y'all.
Y'all seen red bottom Crocs before? Cause all we get is Crocs and flip flop. I want to know where this 90,000 comes from.
It ain't even got nothing to do with y'all. Nothing. It's like child support. Judge say, hey, it's gonna cost X, Y, Z for your baby mama to take care of this house. Rent, food, bills, per the baby. Not per the mama, but per the baby.
Right. We just gonna go with the projection.
That's what they doing. And so I'll give you another situation DOC ran itself into. Remember when we got the shacks and you can get shacks on your quarters?
I was leaving. So they took out Reebok classes and New Balances.
And brought in shacks.
And brought the fluffy shacks. You hear me?
So you don't know the story about them. Shaq donated those shoes.
Oh, I'm quite sure he did.
No. You don't get it. Shaq donated them.
To Shoe Corp?
No. To DOC.
So how they end up on the Shoe Corp ordering list? See, this is all.
But guess what? We don't got no more. Shaqs went to DOC like, man, either y'all pay me or give me my shoes back. Because I donated that. You want every inmate was supposed to get a pair of Shaqs. So
I'm just asking. It's like 2.3 million or 3.2. It's 1.2, but I think it's 2.3 million quote unquote inmates in the United States. Mm-hmm. So, and we taking this number of 90, of mid-range 90, and multiplying it by this number, bro.
They eating.
That's why.
What, bro? If you do that, bro, the prison shouldn't look how they is. They shouldn't smell how they is. So the education departments should be up.
So let me cut you off right there, because you saying that as if the investment is or the interest is in the inmate.
Prison.
That's
no,
not. That,
it's
no,
not.
it's not.
No.
It's a business.
Facts.
It's a Fortune 500 or whatever you want to call it, top notch business.
But how can you float it with no type of production show?
Because these people these are the people that influence policies. They literally run the globe. They are financiers of countries and things like that. So when you talk about the entities that you're going against, yeah, we can talk all day about how what the prison do and how they do it. Ain't nothing gonna change about that until we change ourselves. So my thing is, if we don't address the issue in our community and we keep sending our boys to prison, they're gonna keep running it and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. That ain't never gonna get no better. But what will make it better?
Stop going.
Let's say right now 1 in 4 of us, are likely to, go to prison or whatever. Let's say we drop that to, 1 in 6 or 1 in 8. You know what I mean? And we know we more likely to be stopped. We more likely to be harassed. We know all these things.
Yeah, but the numbers gonna fluctuate somewhere else because now you playing with them people money.
No, but this is what I'm saying. So now, but we know all these things. We live in 2024. It's cameras everywhere. We're recording everything all the time.
Yeah.
Now, if you know you walking in your purpose and you ain't out here and you're not giving them an opportunity to run down on you like that, keep your phone out, record. We'll go again and stand in line for each other.
As long as we know we at that point.
Yeah, that's
we know we at that point.
That's where we at though. But we can't, as long as we continue to give them the fuel to send us to prison to do that, they're gonna continue to do it because they have to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, you know what to help. I say I encourage every brother to go, if you smoke weed or whatever you're doing around here, go get your medical card.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people run down on you about that because they will lock you up about that.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? They will lock you up and ruin your life about that little flower you smoking. You feel what I'm saying? Don't allow them. Stop giving them the opportunities to put you in this place. Close your mouth when, humble yourself and close your mouth when the officer talking crazy to you. You feel what I'm saying? Or be in position to know you can defend yourself in that. You know what I'm saying? Let the ego go. You know what I mean? In my perfect world, bro, you'll be unemployed. You know what I'm saying?
And I tell guys this all the time, and this is a true statement I say to, hey, if I had to go home because there wasn't nobody here, I'd be happy.
That'd be great.
My job is done.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And I want people, even on your side, because when you go in there, and I'm glad you feel that way, when you go in there, you dealing with these people, but you know where they came from, right outside where you got to go again.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I don't correct you in here, I'm gonna have to deal with you out here.
There.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't help you in here, I'm gonna have to deal with you out here. It ain't like you separated from the community. Yeah, you can do what you do inside of here, but I don't want to be a person who, when I get outside of here and one of these guys see me out here, I done gave him some type of energy and he want to give me something.
Please, let me. I got to speak on that. So I done had this happen to me. My 10 years, probably a good 15, 20 times. And I've never had a bad encounter. Don't get me wrong. Like, have I had in situations inside the prison where I had to be that guy? Yeah, I'm that guy when I got to be that guy. But when I encounter you, I was just on a cruise last month. Dude, I'm standing there getting my burger. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Okay, I look around. Dude walk up to me. Hey, you Sergeant Ross, right? Yeah, I'm him. That's me. He like, man, I appreciate you, man. You helped me through my bid. I really don't know this guy from Adam. Don't. It took me time to look at him and say, okay, I remember where you used to be. You used to be in such and such. All right, okay. Yeah. But those encounters, I learned from an OG of mine. When I first got the job, I called a couple. I ain't got the greatest pass, you know what I'm saying? So I called a few people like, man, I'm finna do this job. OG say, hey, don't be that guy when you stuck on the side of the road and when these inmates that's free see you, don't help you. And that stuck with me. That honestly stuck with me. He like, you know what it is. You from where they from. You know what it is. So when you encounter people on the outside and somebody come to you and say, Sarge, man, that conversation we had, it changed my whole trajectory. Hey, you remember you had to give me this straightening about this? Man, I quit smoking because of that. Those conversations, I did my job. All right, I did the correction part. That's all I be wanting to do. All the extra stuff, man, I do feel a certain way about certain people who do certain things. Yeah, like pedophiles, they can take all them.
Hey, I tell bro, is this song that need to ride in there? Yeah.
No, they don't need to ride in there. They need to be smoked.
But like, at the end of the day, it's gonna be the ones like you that can possibly connect with the ones like me, and we can like kind of bring it together. Cause at this point, I'd much rather see all them little dudes and all them old men that I had conversations with or helped along the years. I'd much rather see them out here than in there for any reason. You know what I'm saying? They got to make up their mind, you know, what they want to do. Nobody perfect. There's going to be bumps along the road. I run through daily issues. But, boy, like, you when you go to putting things in perspective, and it's going to come back to the communication, like, have the reason us, and I'm going to say us, like, when I was in there, and while we out here with it, have us upset because we already in defense mode and we ain't got no way to get this shit off our chest. That really is going to still come back to it. Because half the stuff could be prevented if I just had somebody holler at me. Ain't no telling if I would have took the advice, but if you would have gave me some sound advice, like, I ain't going to know somebody who give me some ill intent advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to, brother, I might have not went and go rob this bank. I might not went and put this pistol on somebody. I might not went and sold that set. I might have not.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? But it's going to come right back to it. My thing is I'm here and I'm taking in what y'all saying, and I want to know how we can talk. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how we can talk.
So, just real quick, off of what he said, we got to stop putting ourselves in these things. A lot of times it's about education, and then also it's about, we got to look at the D-Robs. You know what I'm saying? We in every neighborhood, we see that, we call them a square. And then he's going to get up, go to work every day, come home. He ain't finna be out there with us. He might come through. He might drink a beer. But that's going to be about it.
Numbers guy. It was a post put out on like the Gainesville Sun, like 73%, 71% of the women in Gainesville was single, and La County was single.
God, dog.
And it said because of the incarceration of the men.
But that's prophecy, dog. Like, so let's get into the book. Like I don't know if y'all Bible believes this prophecy. Isaiah 2 tells us flat out, a day gonna come where it's gonna be one man for 7 women.
I think we do, ain't it?
Nah, ain't quite there yet, but
ain't quite there yet.
Nah, but to that, and I think of that more in a metaphorical, sense, to the fact that not in a literal there'll be 7 to 1 man, but like from our sense, like, or even from a woman's perspective, if it's 7 to 1 for them, meaning you got, for every 7 women, there's one good, decent man, one stand-up guy who's a decent father who becomes your choice. And that's something that I think, we are men here having this conversation, but I had this conversation with some female friends of mine, and I shared with them that I thought that women should also be more accountable in that space because men move in a direction that is encouraged by women. Women kind of set the trend. They say what's cool or not, and we do it. Because, our energy is geared towards finding a mate or a wife, you know what I mean, or attracting a woman. Most of what men do is geared towards that, and then we spend our lives trying to provide for them and take care of them, you know what I'm saying? So now not everybody does that to the same level. I said that, so everybody's standards are a little different, but there shouldn't be a reason that the dope boy is more cool or more desirable than Joe, who go to work, get his money, come home, do what he got to do every day, handle his responsibility. That is something that is a culture shift, a mindset shift, or a culture shift, a mind shift change, because what makes you feel as if though that's the ideal situation? You're not making because what comes with that? Police kicking in your door, you get a conspiracy charge because you knew all this, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real about it, keeping it a buck. Nothing come good with that. Over here, you got sustainable 401k, pay all his bills, he ain't going to jail, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Those are the pros and the cons. Let's be real about it. So when you make that decision, it's not a good, productive decision for you or your family if you're going to have kids and stuff like that. Just not.
And in that same breath, if you is making that decision, also know that it's an opportunity to get away from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can get away from it. You can find somebody that teach you what you can put your investments in. And
the
stuff
addiction
like
go both ways.
Yeah.
The addiction.
It definitely go both ways.
For the drugs and for the money.
No.
Jay say the coldest line in this song "Falling." He say, "Man, I told God if I get the one brick, I quit. Got the one brick, new cars, new whips. 2 whips. Now I'm at 2 bricks. I can't stop now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm caught in it, and that's what it be like.
It is, man. It just I like I say, I'm always cause like I be throwing questions at bro all the time, like, and he gonna serve it back to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just inquisitive like that, so I'm curious. I like to know the whys, the triggers like that, because I done basically experienced my whole life just like bouncing off of triggers. You know what I'm saying? Like not stopping, properly thinking, being impulsive and stuff like that. You know, so I be asking these questions like, if it should be cool to be looked at in the light that Joe Schmo who go do his 9 to 5 is cool, it should be celebrated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But in that same breath, can we go back and get the Jack Boy and the Dope Boy to goddamn just turn it around just a little bit? Mm. Now it might be easy to make the optics of Joe Schmo to look like the cool guy in that, but I be wanting that in the same breath, bro, because these dudes gotta see that they can help. They can really help.
Feel
bro.
like they can help. People like to have a sense of
they
purpose.
really can help.
So when you give somebody, and that's on us. So like doing business with, like I say, with you, for me, that was an opportunity to like constructive for you. You know what I mean? Well, I know, because you know how I move when we together. I ain't worried about what you do. You know what I'm saying? I know the more energy of the more we spend time together, the more you will, maybe I'll rub off on you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you be asking me questions now about the stock market and business stuff. So I know what I put in him is listening. You know what I'm saying? He not, you know what I mean? So that old stuff is going out the door. And I know the more we do that to everybody else, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of follows. And it's about giving them, letting people know that they have an opportunity.
And we real big on that stripping down, bro. Like we didn't have enough conversation where I'm definitely like, I understand, like, bro, we as a people got to, I ain't finna just, we gonna get on these people ass over here, but boy, I ain't finna look away from the fact that, boy, we gotta do a better job with creating these environments. Like, it got to be somewhere, like, if this, like for this right here, man, out of us, I know, like, if I ain't mistaken, y'all got about 150, 160, 170 on Dad. Can we talk? You say you're on 21 Hill, so you got about 200 and some plus shows. Like, y'all should go from 200 shows between all them on your network to probably 500 after we get off. Like, everybody should want to come up here and talk, bro. Because I can only give you me. Bro can only give you him. We can give y'all us. But for this to take place and really stand on the legs, bro, like, because, like, beyond us, like, bro, put in a situation where, a nonprofit will be available, man, because we giving back and doing that. But, like, we associated with C. Rich, with Chris Richards. He got Rich Kids Foundation. Not the name drop once again. We got people we associated with, like Joe Kim. They got the Cure Violence Global. Matter of fact, Whitehead, Jay Whitehead, who was on the show, him and AP, they was at the same City Hall meeting with me. We sat in with them, with Kobe and Doc and all them. We associated with these people, bro. Like, the more y'all keep getting these legs, bro, y'all let us know, man, we get together on this, bro, because, like I say, I am the epitome of the empathy for the low lives, bro. I want them to, if they want to change their life, I'll be a ladder to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come through me. I got these people over here, bro. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And keep learning from people like y'all. Yeah, because when I'm learning about this stock market, I can't really feed too much more because they play these little games. It be like kind of intriguing, like, damn, they play these games with the numbers, boy, this Bitcoin, this Shiba, whatever it is. I really be looking at it. I ain't really got time to feed myself over here if it ain't nothing that's really producing something. I really don't.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time in a day anyway. That's why when you was talking earlier, I really want to say, you running out of time, huh? You ain't got enough. You can't help enough, huh? Mm-hmm. You can't even help it that you can't help enough. Mm-hmm. Sure, you ain't got enough time, but bro, go ahead and receive them letters and take that with pride, bro. Take that little inmate that do come holler, take that with pride, bro. Take this ex-convict that come to you like a brother, man, and get man, that stuff needed, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's needed.
Hey, man, we gonna finish this conversation here. We gonna have to come over. We gonna have to come over to the Linx, man. We gonna have to finish this up, man, for sure. We gonna have to come over there and do that, man. I want to respect my man time, but listen, bro, let's set that up. Let's look at what y'all schedules look like. see what our schedule look like. Let's try to. I love to come over there and we finish that conversation.
Yeah, man.
On y'all platform, man, and we continue this. But man, listen, bro. Like I really want to continue to build with y'all brothers. I would love to do some stuff in the community. We could talk about that also. Definitely. And yeah, man, let's keep on building, bro. Let's keep building.
I'm locked in, man. Whatever y'all need, whatever resources. Hey, it's open. I ain't got nothing that y'all ain't got. Make a phone call, bro. We'll do whatever we can. And,
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
Anything got to do with Gainesville, the community surrounding, the kids, I'm locked in, man.
So yeah, I want to tell y'all, man, we appreciate y'all, man, for coming through. Definitely enjoyed this. And we got to do this again, my boy.
No doubt. Appreciate you, man.
Most definitely, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Hey, we want to thank y'all, man. We appreciate this opportunity, man. That schedule gonna get locked in ASAP, man. We're gonna walk off the camera and get that.
We're finna do that. So, man, in closing, y'all go check out, tell the people where they can find y'all, find your podcast and everything.
On IG, Linx _podcast. On Facebook, the Linx. That's LINX. YouTube, same thing, Linx Podcast. Like, subscribe, share, all that, man. Do the same thing with me and Can We Talk, and the Can We Talk network as well, man. That's where y'all can find us at, man. Ewayy, Banknote Ziggy, man. We here.
All right. Well, yeah, man, y'all, we gonna get on up out of here. This episode 21 of Me and Can We Talk. We gonna see y'all on the next go round.
Let's go.
Be back. It's wartime, pain on my face, it's time to gear up. I hear they talking fly about my king, it's time to live up. They done woke up a lion, ain't no stopping when I'm stepping. It's too late now, this rapping in my jeans, no need for guessing. You flexing, while we repping that Elohim to the fullest. Loaded clip, man, we shoot from the hip, I dare you to pull it. These bullets is encrypted with scripture, call it the truth. That'll kill a lie in a second, but it's meant to say to you. You see the murder they committing in the booth. These musical crime lords with no verifiable proof. They sterilizing the youth. You throw your life away, give all of your time away if they verify you with blue checks.